canvas boards, it just soaks in anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, one thing I don't think I've done is palette knife sunset painting. I've done all these palette knife moons, so we can do that. Sunset painting with the palette knife. How do we normally do that? Start, where do we want the sunset to be? Over here. Just kind of smushing the yellow ochre color. This one will be very crucial to clean the palette knife. Actually, I could do this a little bit a different way. Let's do it more out here. Something like this. And really remove as much paint as I can. Where do I want the sun to go? It's probably right here. And we'll throw in Indian yellow around that. This is a very thick Indian yellow paint. I think there's even some red in there. Sun is. I'm trying to pull around it, really. Something like the sun's going to be in here. This I'm just going to fill in with crimson. It's going to get really dark really quick. Really, really dark. Alright, watch. Watch as we do this. Very, very dark. Completely ruined. Very, very hard. I say that all the time. Very, very hard to ruin a painting. Just like it's very, very hard to ruin a day. Very hard. I'm blending out to the right. I don't know if you can tell that. What happens is if you come in from like here and you go in, then you end up with this like, at least with palette knife paintings, it ends up just making it all gross looking. But if you do it this way, it kind of mixes it together in a really cool way. All these different colors mixed together. Alright, we'll do the same thing here. trying to fill in these gaps here. We don't want no gaps. No gaps. I keep saying my favorite thing, but this is how I blend out the canvas on the palette knife. Who's buzzing me? Just work stuff. Merge this together a little bit better. There we go. Now we can add in our actual sunset, which is just palette knife and white. And then we just mix it together. And I'll scrape off as much as I can because I don't really want a full sunset. I just want a shape of a sunset. And then here and there I'll just add in some streaks of clouds, things that look like clouds. There. Very different. Very different type of painting. My lid of my trash can is falling off yet again. Just fine. Alright, let's throw in a mountain. These two colors, crimson and blue. Very strong blue color, but that's fine. We'll throw this in up here. Let's just make this a huge one. Huge mountain here. This kind of looks like a desert type thing, desert painting. Same over here. Like a waterfall. That's fine. These palette knife paintings are mostly just about being loose. You gotta be loose when you're doing them. And I'll just take bright red and green or brown. Some of that blue. In the middle here. I'm certain I think I shouldn't even left white paint. Probably not even necessary, if I'm being honest. Alright, now I'm just forming the mountains here. I'm not forming it, I'm like highlighting them so they have more texture. Let's see if I can't throw this dark color down in here. There we go. Brown, red, brownish red mixture, darker. There's some of that blue. There we go. Got a bunch on my finger. That's good. But when you're dealing with these thick layers of paints, it's kind of easy to get it all over your hands. Just to be expected with it, really. I'm just kind of highlighting over top. Trying not to scrape. It's a little hard on this canvas, this type of canvas, but not impossible. There we go. And then out here on the edge, we'll do a mixture of everything. Especially higher. On the very edge. Just highlighting here and there. The left side, I don't know if I want to highlight that, but we can take this green, sap green, mix in with this yellow color, make like a darkish green. I can probably go down here in the middle as a bit of a highlight of some sort. Doesn't have to be anything magical. It's just a palette knife painting, you know. Palette knife paintings are not super detailed usually. They don't have to be. That's probably good enough. Doesn't have to be super detailed. I kind of want to fix that. This area in here. A little too light. There we go. Just fix it a little some light hitting back here, I don't know. Not a huge fan of what's going on in this top section right here. But that's easy to fix. There goes my lid again. Okay, I'll just scrape this up a little bit back here. There. That's good enough. Nothing fancy, just a regular old palette knife painting. I'll do my little palette knife signature. Someone's calling me for some reason. Don't know why. Beep, 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 beep. Probably a bot, as it usually is these days. There we go. There. Signature done. I still don't like this smudge. There. Okay, now I'm done. Now I'm done. Officially done. Okay. Well, that one was interesting. Very fast, but that's always a bad thing. Oh no. I just got paint on the ceiling. Oh. And on my pants.